Good day, folks. This is Judy at Green Pastures Farm. I just wanted to take a few moments today, the beautiful early autumn day, and just kind of finishing up with selling a lot of our seed stock this year. We sold our lambs, our ewe lambs, our ram lambs, our withers, our guard dogs, bulls, heifers, some cows. I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Most of you all came from YouTube, and I can't thank you all enough. Some of you didn't, but a lot of you did. And I just can't say thank you enough for helping us down our path. And also, I think we did sell some awful good seed stock for some of you all. So, you know, a few years from now, you can look back and say, okay, now we've got the same kind of class of animals that Greg has. And, you know, that's what we try and sell, is good stuff. I don't want to sell something to somebody that I wouldn't put on my farm. To me, if you're going to sell an inferior animal, it ought to go to the sale barn. You don't sell a friend or somebody young or anybody, I don't care who it is, getting started, or they're a customer. Sell them your good stuff. Don't sell them junk. If you've got a cow that has not performed for whatever reason, get rid of her. Take her to the sale barn. Don't sell her to somebody. What do you think she's going to do? Magically turn it around? Get rid of her. Get rid of her. Grind her into hamburger or do something with her, but don't sell her to your friends. Okay? We had some I've met some people this year just crazy. You know, the Justin Rhodes from North Carolina, he drove all the way across the United States to buy some ewe lambs from us, and a ram and some withers. And thank you, Justin. I was just flabbergasted that you got in a vehicle and drove, I don't know how many miles that is from North Carolina, but it's a jag to the center of Missouri. And you did it. You did it. And another kudos for the video you did on our farm. That really helped us on our YouTube channel when you plugged us, and man, did our subscription base go up big time. We had people come from Texas for sheep, Colorado, Indiana, Ohio, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, Arkansas, Oklahoma. Hope I didn't leave anybody out. Kentucky. Yeah. We covered a lot of states, and people, I think, want good seed stock, and I don't blame them. Folks, I'm going to warn you a little bit, especially with sheep. When you go to the sale barns, some of these sale barns, and I'm not going to pick on sale barns except for one thing. There are a lot of call animals brought in there. And with sheep, I had a guy started here several years ago with some really good sheep, and he was going along pretty good, but he wanted to get his numbers up quicker, and I didn't have any more to sell, and I don't think he could find any more. He went to the sale barn, found about 50 that came through there, and they all looked like pretty good ewes, and he bought them. Bought them pretty cheap. What a bargain. Brought them home, kicked them in with my sheep that he had on the farm, and I think it was about 45 days, everything came down foot rot. The whole bunch. Gave everything foot rot from that one batch of sheep that he got a bargain on. Long story short, he had to sell all the sheep and let the farm clean off for a year to get rid of the foot rot. So just because you go to sale barn, there's cheap animals coming in there, they aren't cheap. Not if they ruin what you got on your farm. So just be careful of that. I think it's a little bit safer, especially if you're starting out small. Go get a few good ones, okay, and build from that. At least you know you're not bringing something onto your farm that's going to get into your soil, and it may be there for years. You may never get rid of it. Okay, some of these are pretty bad, so just be careful about that. Know your seed stock producer. Go visit their farm. Go look at their grass. If they say they're doing grass fed, go look at some of their steers. If they're doing grass fed lamb, go look at some of their withers. See how they're grazing. That's what I recommend. And if they're proud of it, by God, they ought to go out there and show you. If they don't want you to go out in the pasture and look at their sheep or their cattle, then you need to go find somebody else. You know, that's something that I kind of like selling animals that way, especially our bulls. I let people come right out in the herd. We walk through the herd. I say, here's the bulls we have, and they can look at the calves that these bulls have sired, how gentle everything is, how they're being handled, the grass, the grazing, our management, it's all right there. And to me, that's a great sales tool as far as sitting in a sale ring and some auctioneer hammering you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and you don't know where you're at in that bidding, and it's all these people bidding against you, and it's, no, it's not for me. I'd rather walk out into somebody's farm, go through the cows. If those cows take off running for the brush, that's a flag, isn't it? You don't want those animals on your farm. He said, well, they're not used to people. Well, why aren't they used to people? You're not moving them. Folks, you can come to our farm. We can walk through our cows. I don't care how many of you there are. There's 20 new faces. It was great the other day. I love this. We had a group of Amish come. It was raining. And they all had on black trash bags for raincoats. And they had straw hats on. They look different. And the wind was blowing. It was loud. And they wanted to go see the cows. And I'm like, let's go. Well, Greg, we're never going to get close to them with all this stuff on. I'm like, I don't think they're going to even look at you. There was probably 15 of them, and we walked into that cow herd, and their mouths fell open. Everything just kept eating grass. They didn't run off. They didn't do nothing. They didn't even pay attention to them because they're used to people. That's what happens when you move your livestock. If you're going to have livestock, move it. They get used to you. They get tame. They get calm. They know you're a good person. And they love to see you. They love to see you because they know you're going to get green grass. So I think I've carried on a little bit about that. And again, thank you all, every one of y'all, for partaking and purchasing our seed stock this year. Oh, one other thing I wanted to note, we are starting a book of customer lists for next year. And the way we do it, you go to our website, you get my email me if you're interested in some ewe lambs, whatever. We'll talk about it, and we do take a deposit on those, and we'll reserve those. Those are yours if we have that many available or whatever. The same thing on steers. We're going to start a steer book because we had so many people ask about our steers. And, we kind of sold out, but we're going to have a bunch more next year. So if you're interested in grass-fed steers, we'll have some of that too. This is Greg Judy signing off. Everyone have a good one.